Today we are going to take a look at multiplying polynomials. The first one we are going to look at is a monomial times a polynomial. The monomial that we will look at is 2x to the third. We are going to multiply that by x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 5. To do this, we just use our distributive property, and we are going to take the 2x cubed, and it will be distributed to each term in the polynomial. Remember that to distribute means to multiply. So we have 2x cubed times 1x cubed. That's our first term we're going to multiply. So we're going to multiply the constants, 2 times 1, which is 2, and then we will multiply the variables. X cubed times x cubed gives us x to the 6th. Okay, now we will distribute the 2x cubed to the second term, which is 3x squared. So you have 2 times the 3, which is plus 6. Now we will multiply our variables. X cubed times x squared is x to the 5th. Now the 2x cubed must be distributed to the negative 2x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. X cubed times x is x to the 4th. Now, the last term is a positive 5, so you have 2x cubed times a 5. 2 times 5 is 10, and then you have x cubed. Okay, that is all we can do with it because these are, it's as simple as it can get because there are no like terms. Here we have x to the 6th, x to the 5th, x to the 4th, and x to the 3rd. So those cannot be combined. That's in the most simple form that we can reduce it to. This is an example of a binomial times a binomial. X minus 4 is a binomial. 3x plus 2 is a binomial. You do the same thing. We need to distribute. So we're going to take the first term in the first binomial and distribute it to each of the terms in the second binomial. So you have x times 3x, which is 3x squared. Then you have x times 2, which is plus 2x. Okay, so we have taken the x and we have distributed it to both terms. Now we need to do the same thing with this negative 4. The negative 4 needs to be distributed as well. So you have negative 4 times 3x, which gives us negative 12x, and negative 4 times a positive 2, which gives us negative 8. In this case, our leading coefficient is 3 because our highest exponent is 2. There's nothing that can be combined with that. No other like terms. So we have 3x squared. Okay. Now we are going to combine our terms that have x to the 1, which is called our linear terms. Okay, these two right here can combine. Positive 2 minus 12x. Okay, and that's going to give us negative 10x. And then we have the constant of negative 8. A second method of multiplying a binomial times a binomial is to make a box. Okay, a binomial has two terms, so we're going to have two terms across the top. The second one has two terms, so that's two boxes across the side. So we can have x right here and minus 4 right here. Okay, remember here's our x, and then the minus 4 is coming from right there. Okay, across the top, we're going to use the two terms in the second binomial. So this box will be 3x, and this one will be 2. Alright, so then we would just multiply the boxes together. X times 3x would give us 3x squared. Okay, here we would have x times 2, which would be plus 2x. Now we would go to the negative 4 times 3x would be, in the bottom left, that would be negative 12x. And then you would have negative 4 times 2, which is 8. When you do this, your diagonal right here will combine. So our first term is our highest exponent. It is 3x squared. We will combine our diagonal, which is negative 12x plus 2x, and that's minus 10x. And then you have your constant of positive 8. It doesn't matter which way that you do it, you will get the same answer. That is a personal preference. Let's look at one more method that we can use to multiply polynomials. Here we have a trinomial, b squared plus 6b minus 7, multiplied by this binomial, 3b minus 4. We can set that up and do that vertically just like we did when we started multiplying in 3rd grade. So we could write the b squared plus 6b minus 7, that's your trinomial, and right underneath it we can write the 3b minus 4. This is like multiplying a 3-digit number times a 2-digit number, only now we're talking about a trinomial that has 3 terms and a binomial that has 2 terms. So we'll take our first term right here, which is our negative 4, and multiply it by each one of these terms. Same thing as distributing. So you have a negative 4 times negative 7, which gives you a positive 28. Negative 4 times positive 6b is negative 24b. Negative 4 times b squared is negative 4b squared. Okay, just like when you started 3rd grade and you started multiplying by 2 digits, we did the first digit. Now we're going to do the second digit. Okay, so 3b times each one of the terms. 3b times negative 7 is negative 21b. Now notice that I put it in the second column. I did that because that's where the exponents line up. Okay, that was b to the 1, so this is b to the 1, so we're putting that in the same column. Now 3b times 6b would give you plus 18b squared. Again, lining up the exponents in the proper columns. Now you have 3b times b squared, which is 3b to the 3rd. And just like in elementary school, when we first started multiplying, then you add your 2 rows. Okay, there were no other constants to go with your 28, so that comes straight down and is 28. Negative 24b minus 21b is negative 45b. Negative 4b squared plus 18b squared is positive 14b squared. And then we have no other term to go with our cubic, or to the term that's to the 3rd, and that's our final answer. 3b cubed plus 14b squared minus 45b plus 28. And again, we just did this in a vertical format, and it is in standard form because it starts with the highest exponent and it goes down in descending order. So here's an exponent of 3, then the exponent of 2, then the exponent of 1, and then none. So we did the horizontal format, and then this was the vertical format. I hope you all have a great day.